Let's talk about some of the most protective foods for teeth and some of the most destructive foods for teeth. Some of these are going to surprise you. I'm Dr. Ellie, and you have the power to heal your own teeth. So back some years ago at the University of Rochester, they did a study with some animals, and they fed them sugar and looked at the amount of decay that the sugar caused. And they called that the numeric of 1. In other words, to try and get a scale going, here's the amount of decay that's caused by sugar. Then they looked at what made more decay, what was worse than sugar. And sure enough, you might guess this, that soda was substantially worse than sugar. Sort of now this was a square root, so it's not just a numeric, but they gave it a numeric of around 3 for the soda drinks were worse than sugar. And that's because these soda drinks contain acids of different kinds. But guess what? Diet soda was even worse than regular soda. So be aware that diet soda is incredibly damaging to your kids' teeth, even the diet ones. And actually Mountain Dew came in, I think, at the very, very worst. So those were the damaging ones. Now what's on the other side of the coin? What's over here on the foods that, or drinks that are protective of teeth? And what they discovered was milk. Whole milk, was more protective than skim milk, substantially more protective. And whole milk, if you think it's too thick, just thin it with some water rather than buying skim milk. Because the problem is when you buy skim milk, they've taken the fats away, and that changes the proportion of sugars in your milk. So skim milk becomes a little bit more like a soda drink. So if you're giving your kids milk, you're better to buy whole milk and then thin it out with water if you think there's too much fat in it. It's a much better balance of food for your kids. And they found that milk was very protective. Whole milk was very protective of kids' teeth, and cheese was extremely protective of kids' teeth. So if you want to eat candy here this Halloween season, don't drink diet soda with the candy. Maybe water, but maybe milk. And even chocolate milk is a better solution, even though there's sugar in it, than it would be to drink a diet soda.